if you were one of the astronauts here, you'd make sure that your number one priority is safety, because there's no point screwing something up here and being left in space for the rest of your life. So for one, seeing every female astronaut with long hair flowing, it's just absurd. Floating around and getting your hair stuck in these wires, or hair falling off and getting stuck anywhere. It just wouldn't happen. The cost of having these astronauts up there is astronomical. There's no time for mucking around. It's all about hard work to do what they're supposed to do up there, whatever they're doing. You'd think that'd be pretty serious, get the job done and get the hell out of there and back to Earth. So, but funny enough, all the time we see in these supposed interviews with the astronauts, it's all about fun, comedy, mucking around, doing all sorts of things, and nothing that's ever serious. Let's just play this and see what goes on.
Life on board the International Space Station isn't all about serious science. Sometimes astronauts put on gorilla suits and chase their coworkers around in zero gravity. Well, it happened once that we know of, anyway. Retired astronaut Mark Kelly recently shared video on Twitter showing his twin brother Scott dressed up like a giant primate. Further, he's floating through the ISS in pursuit of fellow denizen Tim Peake. One Twitter user commented, "Not a side effect of spending a year in space that I would have predicted." Another wrote, "I think it's time to come home." Scott Kelly will be doing just that in March, as his year in space mission is coming to an end.
Okay, you saw that. This idiot supposedly dressed in a ape suit, just pushing this thing around everywhere, knocking things over. I mean, honestly, are they taking the piss out of us or what? I'll play it again. One thing, I'm going to point out a few things there. Notice how that's been knocked around. Don't worry about that. Don't worry if that breaks. Look how he pushes this big mattress, whatever. Just without a care.
Sometimes astronauts put on...
So there it is, the mattress out there. And they just shove it through.
...on gorilla suits and chase their coworkers around in zero...
Got to point out here. Notice how they're moving their arms like they're doing the breaststroke. Is that how they move in the vacuum? By using the breaststroke? I don't think so. They both do it. I'll show you it again. All right, he might initially push off here, but watch how he moves his arms.
Their coworkers around in zero gravity. Well, it happened once that we know of.
Yeah, just knock around, kick your feet out. Doesn't matter if you knock things over. It's only the space station.
Anyway, retired astronaut Mark Kelly recently shared video on Twitter showing...
Look, moving their arms.
...his twin brother Scott dressed up like a giant primate. Further, he's floating through the ISS in pursuit of fellow denizen Tim Peake. One Twitter user commented, "Not a side effect of spending a year in space that I would have predicted."
Watch that again. It's like he's swimming.
Commented, "Not a side effect of spending a year in space that I would have predicted." Another wrote,
doing the same
"I think it's time to come home." Scott Kelly will...
Anyway, this guy's a fraud. The whole NASA ISS thing is a fraud. Let's just say this whole thing was real. How would you be if you were a taxpayer and you were pumping in billions and billions of dollars for this space mission, and you had idiots like this carrying on like that? I wouldn't be too pleased. It's all mockery. It is all in your face, total mockery. A gorilla was just spotted on International Space Station. Let's just truth bomb Geo beats news, whoever they are, 71,000 K subs. Not many thumbs down. Let's go, folks. This is total mockery. The whole thing is fucking bullshit.